Hey everyone, welcome. We're doing a deep dive today that senior technical writer Curt Robbins suggested.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thought, this would be something right up your alley. And honestly,
Uh,
Curt usually has a pretty good,
he does. He has good instincts.
yeah, he has really good taste.
Yeah.
So we are taking a look at LLMs and the Lifelong Learner by John Nosta.
Okay.
It was published in Psychology Today on February 23, 2024.
Gotcha.
And it really digs into how large language models, LLMs, are changing the game for lifelong learning,
Yeah.
especially for our audience.
Yeah, especially.
Technical writers, documentation experts, IT professionals.
It's interesting because it's not just about learning new software anymore. It's like Nosta says the whole concept of a career in tech
Yeah.
is being like totally rewritten right in front of us.
Yeah, and he starts off by just completely dismantling this idea of learn once, apply forever,
Oh, yeah.
which honestly is a little bit comforting and a lot terrifying at the same time.
Right. Yeah, it's like that comfort blanket that we've been kind of clinging to.
Yeah.
But Nosta throws that blanket right into the washing machine.
Mm.
He's like, nope.
Sure.
Think about it. The skills you learned a few years ago might already be like on their way to being obsolete.
Yeah.
Now, for anyone that's unsettling, but for someone in a field like technical writing, where things are constantly changing,
Oh, absolutely.
that can feel like downright panic inducing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So how do we combat that feeling of constantly playing catch up?
Right.
Well, Nosta argues that LLMs can actually become tools of empowerment,
Okay.
specifically as curiosity engines.
I like that.
Yeah, he even has this like CIE axis,
Oh, wow.
curiosity, iteration, engagement, to describe how LLMs can actually make learning more active and engaging.
I love that. I love that he's linking LLMs to curiosity.
Yeah.
It's not just about like finding the answer to a question.
Sure.
It's about the LLM helping you ask like better questions in the first place.
Right.
So let's say you're a technical writer tackling a new project and you're documenting an API written in Python,
Oh.
a language you haven't worked with before.
Right.
An LLM can help you explore the Python documentation, find relevant examples, maybe even generate code snippets so you can quickly understand like the structure of it.
Wow.
So then, that sparks a whole new set of questions, and then boom,
Oh.
we're suddenly learning in a much more active way.
It's like having a superpowered research assistant
Totally.
who's always pushing you to dig a little deeper.
Exactly. But it's more than just research, though.
Right.
Like that initial burst of curiosity that's fueled by the LLM,
Yeah.
that's just the starting point.
Okay.
What makes LLMs truly powerful is their ability to support what Nosta calls iterative learning.
Okay.
So it's about using the LLM to explore, to get feedback, refine your understanding, and constantly build on what you've learned.
He has this great quote where he says, LLMs help learners dive deeper and refine their understanding.
Yeah.
And I think for technical writers, that's huge.
Absolutely huge.
You're constantly dealing with new software, user interfaces,
Yeah.
updates, like it's a moving target.
True, true. But think about how LLMs can be used in that constant evolution
Okay.
of documentation needs.
Right.
So instead of starting from scratch every time a new feature is released,
Okay.
you can use an LLM to analyze those changes, pull up relevant templates from past documentation, even generate first drafts of the new content.
Wow.
So now you're free to focus on like those higher level aspects of your job,
Right.
ensuring clarity, consistency, and that all-important user friendliness.
So it's not about the LLM taking over the technical writer's job,
Right.
but rather changing the nature of the job itself,
Totally.
allowing you to operate at a higher level.
Exactly. And that brings us to one of the most exciting and maybe even a little scary concepts that Nosta introduces,
What?
the idea of the multiverse of careers.
Oh, this is where things get really interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
He basically says that in a world driven by LLMs, you might not just have one career, but multiple interconnected careers throughout your life.
Think of it less like a career ladder and more like a career jungle gym.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, for someone in technical writing, that could mean transitioning into a role as a developer advocate, maybe specializing in UX writing, maybe even training LLMs to produce better documentation outputs.
Wow.
All of your skills in communication, information architecture, understanding user needs, all of that becomes incredibly valuable across a whole range of emerging fields.
So instead of being intimidated by the rapid pace of change, we can see LLMs as tools that open up new possibilities.
Yes.
Allowing us to explore different paths.
Yes.
And even craft our own multifaceted careers.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's pretty empowering when you think about it.
Absolutely, but it does require a shift in mindset.
Right.
We have to move away from this idea of acquiring like a fixed set of skills
Okay.
and instead cultivate the ability to continuously learn and adapt.
And that's where Nosta's CIE axis
Yeah.
comes back into play, right?
Right. Exactly. Curiosity, iteration, engagement, those are the keys to thriving
Okay.
in this LLM-powered world.
I like it.
You know?
Very cool.
Think about like the traditional education model,
Uh-huh.
You go to school,
Right.
get your degree, and then you enter the workforce.
Right.
That model is starting to crumble a little bit
Yeah.
because the knowledge you acquire
Right.
can become obsolete so quickly.
Yeah, it's like we need to shift from a knowledge-based economy
Totally.
to a learning-based economy.
Right.
But how do we actually make that shift?
Well, this is where LLMs can play like a huge role.
Okay.
They can bridge that gap by providing access to up-to-the-minute information
Right.
and like personalized learning experiences.
Right.
Imagine being able to like tailor your education to the specific skills you need to excel
Right.
in, technical writing or documentation,
Yep.
or even using LLMs to help you carve out a completely new niche
Right.
within those fields.
So it's not just about keeping up with the Joneses. It's about using these tools to proactively explore new possibilities.
Yeah,
Maybe even invent a job that doesn't exist yet.
totally.
But that kind of revolution doesn't happen overnight.
Right, and it raises some really important questions, like
Yeah.
how do we ensure that everyone has equitable access
Right.
to these LLM-powered
Right.
learning tools?
Yeah.
How do we prepare educators
Right.
to integrate them effectively?
And how do we even assess skills in a world where what, can become outdated in a matter of months?
Oh, yeah.
It's not like a college degree is going to hold the same weight if the information it represents
Right.
is already old news.
That's a great point. We need to move away from traditional methods of assessment
Okay.
and focus on demonstrating skills and adaptability,
Okay.
not just memorizing facts.
Right.
This is where things like portfolios, project-based learning, maybe even LLM-assisted evaluations could come in.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's zoom out a bit and talk about the workforce in general.
Okay.
How are employers responding to this shift toward continuous learning and the multiverse of careers?
Well, a lot of forward-thinking companies
Right.
are already adapting.
Yeah.
They're offering in-house training programs,
Mhm.
partnering with online learning platforms.
Right.
Some are even creating internal talent marketplaces
Oh.
where employees can explore different roles and develop new skills.
So it's becoming less about hiring someone for a specific job title
Right.
and more about finding people who are eager to learn and grow,
Yeah,
who have that bring it on attitude toward change.
exactly. Companies are recognizing that the most valuable employees
Yeah.
are the ones who are adaptable, curious, and can quickly learn and apply new skills.
Right.
And guess what? LLMs can actually help identify those individuals
Oh, wow.
and even personalize training programs to accelerate their development.
It's like having a personal trainer for your career.
It is.
Right.
It's a win-win for both sides.
Yeah.
Employers get a workforce that's constantly evolving and adapting, and employees get the chance to reach their full potential and build a career that's actually fulfilling.
But let's circle back to Nosta's CIE axis.
Yeah,
Because it seems like that's really at the heart of all of this.
you're right. Curiosity, iteration, and engagement,
Yeah.
those three elements are essential,
Right.
especially as LLMs become more integrated into our lives.
Nosta calls LLMs curiosity engines, which I love.
I know.
They spark that desire to explore, ask questions, and constantly seek out new knowledge.
Yeah, and it's not about getting the right answer instantly. It's about using LLMs to try things out,
Okay.
get feedback, and
Yeah.
constantly refine your understanding.
Duh.
That's the iterative part.
And engagement is key, too.
Totally.
LLMs, with their ability to personalize content and even interact with us,
Yes.
can make learning feel less like a chore and more like a journey of discovery.
It's about making learning an active and even enjoyable process, and
Yeah.
that's something that we should all strive for, whether we're talking about personal development or professional growth.
So if LLMs can write documentation,
Hmm.
what does that mean for the future of technical writers? What new skills will be most valuable in a world where AI can handle some of the more routine tasks?
The answer isn't to fear the LLMs.
Right.
It's to embrace them, learn alongside them,
Okay.
and figure out how to use their capabilities to elevate our own work.
It's like instead of being replaced by AI, We need to become the AI whisperers,
Yes.
the ones who can guide the technology,
Yes.
refine its output, and ensure it's truly meeting the needs of users.
Exactly. LLMs can generate text,
Right.
but they can't grasp the subtleties of human communication,
Right.
the importance of empathy and clarity in documentation, or the strategic thinking
Right.
involved in crafting effective content.
Yeah.
Those are the skills that will set human technical writers apart.
We might need to become experts in prompt engineering, which is
Right.
giving the LLMs very specific instructions
Right.
to produce the kind of output we need.
Yeah.
Or maybe we'll shift our focus to the creative and strategic aspects of content creation,
Yeah.
letting the LLMs handle the more technical parts.
It's up to us to shape the future of technical communication
Right.
in a way that benefits both humans and AI. We need to become fluent in AI.
Right.
Not just in the technical sense, but
Yeah.
in understanding how to communicate
Yeah.
with these systems effectively.
Yeah, it's like learning a new language, right?
It is.
And the better you understand the
Yeah.
grammar and syntax of that
Right.
language,
Yeah,
the more effectively you can communicate your ideas.
totally.
I remember when I first started using LLMs,
Mm-hmm.
I would just throw any old prompt at it
Yeah.
and hope for the best.
Oh, yeah.
And then I realized that,
Yeah.
the quality of the output
Right.
depends heavily on the quality of the input.
Totally.
It's like that old saying,
Yeah.
garbage in, garbage out.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
And it highlights the importance of those higher level thinking skills that we were talking about earlier.
Right.
It's not just about knowing how to use an LLM.
Right.
It's about understanding
Yeah.
the nuances of language,
Right.
context,
Yeah.
and user needs.
Right.
Those are the things that will make you a truly valuable asset in a world where AI can handle some of the more basic tasks.
And I think that ties back to Nosta's idea of the multiverse of careers.
Yeah.
Maybe the technical writer of the future isn't just someone who writes documentation,
Right.
but someone who can also train LLMs
Yes.
to write better documentation,
Exactly.
or who can curate and edit LLM-generated content
Yeah.
to ensure accuracy and clarity.
Exactly. And maybe that same technical writer also branches out into UX writing,
Right.
using their understanding of user needs and their ability to communicate clearly to design interfaces
Yeah.
that are both user-friendly and AI compatible.
The possibilities are really exciting and a little daunting too, if we're being honest.
True.
But I think the key takeaway here is that we need to be proactive.
Yeah.
We need to embrace these new technologies,
Yes.
learn as much as we can about them,
Yeah.
and figure out how to leverage them to our advantage.
And remember, it's not just about technical skills.
Right.
It's about cultivating those human skills
Right.
That are going to be even more valuable in the future.
Yeah.
Creativity, critical thinking, empathy, problem solving. Those are the things
Absolutely.
that'll make us irreplaceable.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So for all of you listening out there,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah. Get in there.
Play around with LLMs, see what they can do,
Play around.
and think about how you can use them to enhance your work
Yeah.
and explore new possibilities.
Absolutely.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive.
Yes.
Really appreciate your insights on all of this.
Oh, of course, it's been a pleasure.
And to everyone listening out there,
Yes.
keep exploring. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.